he is breaking through to the very elite in the game. He is there. He is producing repeatedly. But can he produce again and make it back-to-back Euro Tour titles, denying Rob Cross one of the things on his to-do list in his professional career? We have two men playing some fabulous stuff. This evening's session has been mind-blowing. Peter Wright averaged 111. Rob Cross averaged almost 111, and then Luke Humphries averaged 108 in 3 consecutive games. And now Humphries and Cross go head-to-head for the title. It is first to 8 for £25,000 in ranking money. Paul Nicholson is alongside me, and Rob Cross gets us underway.
Yeah, this is the cash game. People have been playing for £1,000 here, £1,000 there all weekend. This is for £15,000. It's very heavily stacked at the top.
And as you can see there, exactly the same in the number of 180s. Luke Humphries yet to have a ton-plus checkout in this tournament, but his overall average is a little higher. His finishing, Rob Cross, helped by the fact he had 100% in one of his games against Krzysztof Ratajski, is absolutely world-class.
Are you wondering the same thing as me, Dan? Has anybody ever won a PDC title before without a ton-plus checkout?
I'm going to say yes.
If someone can find that out, I will be amazed. It can't have happened. Surely someone's, maybe had the one with 101 or something like that, but this is a crazy thing that Luke is doing.
96.
But he could have had a 170 at the end of the semi-final. Wasn't meant to be, but he polished off the 25 pretty soon after that. But you're right about Humphries. He seems to be able to find enough in finals. Beat Searle in PC1. Beat Lukman in Munich. And Cross in Prague.
59.
Bearing in mind, this is a guy who made 4 PDC finals last year, 1 major and 3 on the Pro Tour, lost them all. Still on. Didn't need to go treble 18 and bull with Luke knocked down to a finish yet.
71.
170 be handy on 186. Not going to happen.
55.
I think Luke has conceded this leg.
36.
Not that you can concede a leg. It's not a case of putting the cue on the table and saying leg over, but it is anyway. I was talking to Luke a little bit earlier today, and I gave him a little bit of advice.
140.
Said he was just feeling a little bit jaded. I said, don't worry, the adrenaline's going to kick in, but this is the game where both Luke and Rob Cross have got to do what Rob did this afternoon, in my opinion, which was a performance where you empty the tank. If you have any reserves of energy, you don't need them for another game. So empty the tank now, give it everything you've got.
Rob Cross is giving it everything he's got. 177, followed by 180, and in just the second leg of this contest, we are seeing the 9-darter threatened, and if it doesn't go, he probably loses the leg. Voltage, can you complete perfection?
18s. It was the right thing to do, considering his love for that treble. But I love the fact that we see this more and more these days. People not getting a 9 and then losing the leg. 11-darter, and Humphries has announced himself in this final.
Well, these two have been absolutely spectacular this year. Yes, Luke Humphries is taking an awful lot of headlines, and rightly so. He is one of the most exciting young talents in the sport. He may be the most exciting young player in the sport right now. But Rob Cross, without winning a title, is constantly threatening to do so. It is his 3rd appearance in a final on the European Tour this year.
58.
He was beaten by Humphries in Prague. He was beaten by Michael van Gerwen earlier on in the year.
And it's his 7th final on the European Tour in total he's lost to MVG a bucket of times. Getter in Price and Humphries.
And it's usually taking something special to beat him once he gets to this stage. But Luke Humphries has been producing some special things rather a lot. He's on a 9-game winning run on the European Tour. This year he's played 20 matches. He's only lost 3 of them. To Gurney, Danny Janssen and Michael van Gerwen. The players he's beaten half of the top 10. Peter Wright was another one he added to the list. He's beaten MVG a couple of times. Cross is another, obviously.
Well, he had an awful game in Graz. What I like to call a title hangover. After he won in Munich, he went to Graz and it was an awful performance. He admitted that. But you're allowed to have those now and again, and it doesn't matter how good your year is, you're always going to have a bad weekend in there, and you just take it on the chin and you move on, and he has. He's been better since then. And he's looking like he's going to break voltage in like 3.
89, Luke, you require 40.
Working his way down. And in. Luke Humphries moves into the lead.
You ever heard that song, My Sharona?
I have. Where are you going with this?
Well, that's by a band called The Knack. And Luke has got the knack of winning this year. Because you mentioning the loss of finals last year, and now he's winning all the finals. There is such a thing as a knack of winning.
Winning's a habit. Rob Crossan knows what that feels like. He did it very, very quickly in his PDC career. Luke Humphries is getting that winning feeling increasingly. When Luke was first appearing on the PDC scene, he ended Rob Cross's title defence at the World Championship.
100.
And what our colleague this week, Chris Murphy, he'd picked out Luke Humphries, said, this bloke's going to go places. And he reminds me of it every single time that he takes another big step forward in his career, and he's doing an awful lot at the minute, Murph.
Yeah, he does brag about that a little bit, but he's not the only one.
But you wouldn't have thought, from then to now, that this would be back-to-back Euro Tour finals. Or maybe you would, but it's certainly panning out in exactly the way that Luke Humphries would have wanted his career.
I went to breakfast this morning at around 8:30. And I ran into Rab Bain, Rob's manager, and I said, up for today? And Rab said, yeah, he's feeling good. And Rab said, I think Humphries is the one to beat. So Rab has got it spot on.
140.
He certainly is the one to beat now. But is there any beating of him? Because that is another 5-visit leg. It is 3-1 to Luke Humphries, who beat Rob Cross 8-5 a week ago in Prague.
How would you grade that shot at tops? Because that big stem and flight, to most darting mortals, would be in the way, but this guy plays the game differently. He actually uses the flight as a bouncer and just glides past it and hits it no bother. Such a talent. Such a lovely camera angle to see how the darts behave in the final third and when they do land in the sisal. Very similar angles of entry.
96.
But every now and again, Humphries gets a dart that veers to the right. Whether that's on purpose or not, I don't know. But that's the one that Rob's trying to get rid of. The one that is from left to right
81.
and blocking things like double 16. No finish will be left, but he could still leave 165.
100.
And see what he was saying to himself there. Throw it. Now, it sounds simple, but that is just a reminder of extending that follow through to its extreme. Make sure you throw it fully. Commit to everything.
So Cross to just arrest this run of legs that Luke Humphries has built up. And I tell you what, he's had a habit this year. He's done it in numerous games where he goes through spells of just hitting the double first dart. over and over and over again. He managed to do it for a whole game against Krzysztof Ratajski here this weekend in Stuttgart.
When two players of this ilk really do find form in these finals, it gives me an indication of
99.
the kind of level that they're attaining in practice, because we know that Rob loves to practice sometimes with Scott Williams, and they have matches, of course. I believe Luke Humphries, who now lives in Cheshire, is going to be sparring with a few people in the northwest from now on, and these statistics that you see, the 105, this is what they will do in practice. They'll play on an app or some sort of scoring system, and they will stick in these all the time. But like Richie Davies said, that Welsh dart player from
39.
back about 20 years ago who made the Lakeside final, he said all these players are doing is trying to take their practice game to the match board, and they are bringing it tonight.
There are plenty of world champions in their bedrooms and on the practice boards. Rob Cross has done it. And Luke Humphries is looking, with every week that passes, more like somebody who could do it as well.
Wow, the level in this game. I mean, there's been one leg over 5 visits, and that was a 16 darter, which is not exactly a bad leg. But Humphries' breakdown, 11, 15, 14, 11, that is soaring.
140.
Is this turning into, and I'm talking to the person who's been to more European tours than pretty much anybody, is this the best session of darts that you've seen?
Look, it's difficult, there's been loads.
On the Euro Tour, I mean.
Yeah, there have been loads. And I'm sure we could, I remember Michael van Gerwen coming and averaging 110 in 3 consecutive games to win a Euro Tour title. But what Luke Humphries is doing here is not far off that. MVG at his best would get to a final session on the Euro Tour and go 110, 110, 110 and blast people out the way. Now, he beat Brendan Dolan to nil with 100 average. It wasn't amazing, but it was very, very good and always in control. It was amazing against Peter Wright. And this is amazing against Rob Cross.
Now look at how many darts they've thrown each, and they're down to 48 and 81. This is unreal for another 11 darter. Don't miss 8s. That could be bad news for Cross.
Luke require 81.
Double 6.
69.
He is astonished. He feels like he can't miss right now.
That wasn't meant to happen, but for Rob that was, and that might be the little let-off that he needed. But he's got to put his foot down again. Humphries still retains that break, but starts not with a clobber, but with a whimper. Oh, they're both at it. Maybe they're going to show us that they're human.
Well, maybe they're going to show us an incredible rivalry over the course of this year. That's how you get back on it. Luke Humphries with his 4th 180 of the match. We are only in leg 8. We talked about Luke Humphries and Michael van Gerwen. Maybe they're the ones who are going to be locking horns repeatedly and most significantly on the Pro Tour over the course of this year. But maybe it's Rob Cross.
There's only 4 years between them. There's a lot more in points between them now. He's going 180 berserk all of a sudden.
Started this leg with a score of 21. He is
I
on
can't
another
help but laugh at
potential
that.
4-visit leg.
Oh, come on. Tops. That's the craziest 12 darter I've ever seen in my entire life. Bar none. Just to re-emphasise what Dan has just said, he started with 2 single 1s and a single 19, and I said it was possible that they might be taking their foot off the gas, and he ends up finishing the leg in 12. That is ridiculous.
So often when we've seen Luke Humphries in the last sort of 3 or 4 years, he has acknowledged himself that he hasn't responded to setbacks very well. He beats himself up. Look, you can still see he'll be cursing himself, I think, but he does not let it get to him because he always feels there is some more brilliance around the corner in the very next visit. And to be honest, this year there is so often. And again, number 6.
He's making that 60 look so big.
Look at the numbers. 113 average. Rob Cross is averaging more than 105 and he's struggling to keep pace with this man.
There are times when Humphries would have gone for the 171 downstairs, but he understands that he's hitting that 60 with such regularity that he's got to stay on it. Again, 9 darts through and he's down to 47. Another possible 11 darter. Oh, wow. Going for the 162 from 198. I love that approach.
It does not matter. It does not matter what Rob Cross is doing. It is brutal from Luke Humphries.
Yeah. You bet you want to give him that Luke chant, because this guy's going nowhere.
We saw Rob Cross doing this all the way through his first year on the tour. He ended it up as world champion. Yes, Luke Humphries has been around for quite some time. Yes, the signs were there. The incredible youth record, the World Youth Championship title. The fact that he is a captivating player who can just race through legs and chuck big ton-plus averages. But he is doing it over and over and over again this year. This is the stuff that major champions, that world champions do. And it's the stuff that even a lot of players in their darts career, through their entire lives, will never achieve what Luke Humphries is doing right now and has been doing for a few months. Playing at this level so consistently.
Guilty.
And you're a major champion.
I have never played this well. Not over this format. I've had games that were as good as this, but nights like this? No, not at all. It was another dodgy start to the leg from Humphries, but he cannot recover in the same way that he did in leg number 8. So Rob does have time to take care of leg 10.
Well, he's looking very good to cut the gap to just 2 legs. And Rob Cross has already shown astonishing powers of resilience this weekend. The game against Krzysztof Ratajski was mind-boggling, how he managed to live with Ratajski and then turn it around.
Can he turn this one around? Got himself back within 2. But every time he gets a little closer, Humphries just gives him the old American football stiff arm. Get off me.
Well, he's won 6 legs, Humphries. 4 of them have been in 11 or 12 darts. If he finds 2 more of those, chances are he wins the title again.
His first dart is starting to miss. He's starting to search for scores. And in spots like this, this is where MVG was so unbelievable. When he had a tiff with the 60 over the course of a match, and I think you will agree with me here, his treble 19 shooting at times has won him titles.
Absolutely.
But he's back in amongst that 60. Steady the ship a bit. Now, Cross, 302. It's his number.
Oh, cram another in there. Oh, the Rob Cross trademark, 302. Hits 162, leaves 140. He comes back, sticks 2 more in the treble 18 and pops in the double 16 as well. This would be a sign that the vintage Rob Cross is not done in this final.
Isn't it amazing that some players have got 3-dot checkouts that they live off? He's got a number that's over 300. Well, this would be a killer. Oh, there's a single one again. He's had a few of those in this match. Chance for Cross to get within 1.
It's been a game of very few mistakes. That's why they're both averaging well over 106. And there is no mistake there from voltage. It is a 14 darter. There is just one leg in it.
You mentioned that it was 8-5 last week.
100.
Could still be that if Humphries wins the next two.
Well, this is an even better standard. It was good in Prague. It's brilliant here in Stuttgart.
97.
So what you're saying, we're going to have Cross win this one, and then a third match in 3 weeks next week in Zwolle.
Do not be surprised if you see Rob Cross versus Luke Humphries multiple occasions in the back end of Pro Tour events, of major events.
Could be a match play final.
It could be a match play final.
Depending on where they're ranked, of course, and where they fall in the draw bracket. But Humphries is climbing that world rankings table. I think he's trying to grab the star at the top by the end of the year. He's not going to get there unless he wins everything. But boy, is he close to that top 10 now.
60.
Just a little slip from Cross when it looked like he might be able to work an advantage. And that hurts. Leaves the 1-2-1, but he got absolutely nowhere near in the previous leg.
Must leave a finish. It's a great last start.
Uruguay 121.
But to re-establish that two-leg cushion and to be within one, he needs the bull. And bags it. Very close again to another victory. And he's not spending energy on that stage. He's not giving it large on the approach. But I guarantee you this, if he does win another leg, he'll give it huge.
We saw a massive celebration for him in Prague. And I think we're going to see another one from Luke Humphries.
We've seen celebrations from different players over the last month. Remember that Gabriel Clemens one, where he tried to roar his way through to victory. He ended up losing that match. We saw a big roar from Martin Schindler earlier. They're very welcomed, but every now and again,
59.
they sap your energy tank. These two have still got plenty in the tank. Cross needs lots of lipstick.
140.
I'm interested in that one.
97.
That should have been an 18 switch.
Leaves himself 165. Cross with a couple of trebles can get to a makeable outshot. And Luke Humphries can do nothing about it.
He's now got to hit the 133.
Would have had a match dart if he left himself 170, for example.
Uruguay 101.
Oh, he's on 205 as a scoreboard error, evidently. Doesn't matter. Rob Cross, 57 off leaves 44. Is that
85.
telling? Luke Humphries, 185 just a week ago in the final in Prague.
30.
But does not complete an 8-5 victory here in Stuttgart just yet.
Uruguay 16.
He's been so good at putting people away. This is now a different challenge. Because Cross has got a sixth leg and is back within one once again. How does Humphries respond to missing a championship dart or two?
Well, that is not the response to a setback that Cool Hand would have wanted for himself. And all of a sudden, Cross can't make him pay. This could get nervy after so much brilliance. It could get tense.
It is very tense. Cross is looking at an opponent who was a little bit wounded, thinking he should have been called the European Darts Grand Prix champion already.
59.
But Rob Cross has never gotten past this line. He's had his breather, but he's back in the lipstick now.
40.
The exasperation of not getting your 7th maximum in this final. But what he does have is a 2 treble lead.
No longer.
140.
Just the 2 points between them. Got to stay on the 20s. Oh, well. Okay.
Yeah, would have left him 164. Cross is only 1 dart behind now, and that is making hay, that one. It's a great 140. A 12th 2 treble visit of this match.
Rob Cross has taken out 4-ton plus checkouts this weekend. He hasn't taken one out in this final. If he takes one out here, all of a sudden, he's favourite. He will get a dart. It's double 18. The double he adores. But he can't find it.
Humphries has had 2 championship darts already to win 8-5. He gets 1, and it misses for 8-6. Cross on double 18 is almost guaranteed when he's playing well to take us into leg 15 of this final.
Double 9. Massive from Voltage. 7-7. These two have torn lumps out of each other for 14 legs, and it is a 1-leg shootout for the title.
I can barely breathe watching this. The averages have got 0.12 between them.
100.
There is nothing in it.
Humphries is going to need
60.
hope, because if Cross finds a 12 darter, he wins this tournament.
Humphries led 6-3 and 7-5.
43.
He has had 3 darts to win the title. Can he craft one more opportunity, or will Rob Cross's wait for a Euro Tour finally come to an end in his, well, 7th appearance in a Euro Tour final?
I've been in this position, Dan. 9 years ago, 1-leg shootout against Wes Newton. I had 3 darts at 24 to win the title. I missed. I can't tell you what you go through at this part of this tournament. It's just believe in yourself and do what you can.
Every treble is absolute gold dust. 118 plays 108. Rob Cross gets the first crack. He has survived 3 championship darts already. Goes the 18s route. Can't find the treble 20, and he is hoping that Luke Humphries can't find 108.
He's had 3 match darts. He does get another, and this one hits, and he doubles down, winning 2 European Tour titles in the space of 8 days. The world number 13, cool hand Luke Humphries, has got that number, and what a final that was.